Do you want to do the intro?
Yeah.
Shall I do the intro?
Yeah.
Let's do the intro. Here we are again. Go this way. Okay. Here we are. Hello. My name is Mika. I am the founder of Motivate Everyone, Heka Coaching now, and the co-founder of Optimus Gyms with 2 locations. And I'm from Egypt. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I believe that everyone has a story and you don't know someone enough unless you know their story. I wanted people to watch my story or to hear my story, know me as a person, because not a lot of people know me in a personal level. And I wanted to inspire someone that you can do something no matter like the circumstances that you're going through. Doesn't matter where you come from, what language you speak. If you want to do it, put your head down, put a lot of effort in and time in, and you will achieve it. And lastly, understand that if you're not okay, it's okay. And you need to talk to those who are around you, who care about you, because often you will not know what you're going through, but others will know. They may have the awareness for you or give you the awareness. You will never know who's watching you. And often people watch you from distance and don't talk to you. They don't speak, they don't reach out until maybe further down the line. And it's the same in life. People will watch your stuff that you post on social media, YouTube, whatever, and they don't say anything, but they may take what you say or what you show and actually use it in life. And that's exactly why I wanted to do this video. So back in Egypt, I lived with my mom and my sister. My dad passed away when I was 11, I believe. I remember the date, but I can't remember how old I was. It's 1997. But anyway, I went to university. I studied archaeology and I didn't use it. I worked in tourism and I played basketball. So I played professional basketball up to when I came to the UK, actually.
55, yeah.
Funny story about basketball. I played professional for God knows how many years, probably 20 years, probably, or maybe under that. No injury, not once. I came to the UK, played friendly with friends, broke my nose. Grown up with a single mom and a sister in the society where we live, there is a lot of pressure. The main priority or the main focus is education. You have to finish your university. If you not finish university, your parents didn't do their job properly. My mom said, you and your sister, you have to finish your education and then anything comes after. Obviously, for them or for my mom, this is the way that they prepare us for a better life, hopefully later, if you actually use your education, which is it didn't happen. Coming from Egypt it has a massive impact on me because I'm coming from a Muslim community and it made me the person I am today. Start with the meaning of family, friendship, the morals, I would say, give me perspective in life. When I came to England, I thought it's awesome. I wanted to learn everything. My English was poor. I didn't have any friends around, so I needed to start that from the beginning. When I was in Egypt, I knew I was different, and I understand that I'm not mixing as I should with everyone around me. When I came to England, I knew I was different because I'm not from here. Language, lifestyle, everything. Since I was young, I always embrace a change. A change, usually people don't like it because it's a fear of the unknown. Like you don't know what's happening or what to come. And I like that. I like to take a little bit risk. I like to venture, if that's the right word, and to explore. Over the years, I got into every job that I could find. I worked at McDonald's, I worked in landscaping, roofing, construction, IT, literally you name it, I've probably done it. And that was a good way to actually speak and get into different subjects and stuff like that. I said I would never teach. That's not gonna happen. And guess what I've done when I came to the UK? I'm a coach. Teacher, basically. So I stopped saying I will never do something because later on I found that I have to do it. I can't remember who said that, but they say you don't find your passion, you create it. And I am a big believer that you can do anything that you put your head to, or if you focus enough and make it a priority, you can make it happen. And that's what happened with the PT. I've always searched for a purpose. I wanted to find something that has a value, regardless of the money. Like, I knew the money will come at some point. I moved to Worthing. I worked at Worthing Hospital. I met a Polish guy. He wanted to be a photographer, and I have always dreamed to be a model. Forget about the nose, but yeah, wanted to be a model. And it wasn't even about fitness. I just wanted to be a model. I wanted my pictures to be taken, and I enjoyed it. So I was like, I want to do that. We started taking, like, he taking my picture, doing different like shoots and stuff like that. And very, very quickly, I bought the pictures online, and I got offers to actually go and do paid work. I was like, what is this? Like, you never think about what life lay out to you. Every shoot we go to, they ask me to do fitness. Like, it's a lifestyle, but then they want fitness. And because I always been in the gym and I always been in good shape, it worked. And I started getting more jobs as a model. And from there, people around me asking, how do you do that? Because they see my pictures online and they want to be in good shape. So they asked me how to do that. And I was like, if I can get people in shape, that will change the way that they live, how they feel about themselves and how they feel about everything that they do in life. I decided I'm going to go for a PT, done the course, worked in a commercial gym to start with. I was fully booked very, very quickly. I've gone through like lots of highs and lows in England, and the highest highs will be actually meeting Ross, who's my business partner for like Optimus, and meeting Georgia, who's my girlfriend. And I believe this is like, that was the best thing that happened to me, because everything happened in life happened for a reason, and I'm a big believer in that. When I came to the UK, I played football in a team in Littlehampton, like just friendly. And this is where I met Ross for the first time. I didn't like him. He come across arrogant sometimes. And I stopped, I moved away, carried on with life, become a PT, and the coach reached out to do like a pre-season. And this is when I met Ross again. And he wanted to lose some weight and to get his fitness up and stuff. So he wanted to do some PT. Quickly, we start talking about like our passion, what we wanted to do in life and stuff like that. And my dream was to have a facility where people can like call it home. And it's away from commercial gyms. It wasn't even an open gym idea at the time. Ross wanted to open a judo club, but we couldn't find the space. And we decided we're gonna go out of the area where we're looking, which was where I live. We found a massive space in Rustington, where Optimus Gym first location, and everything else is history. Like literally, we always say it's the idea that got out of control. We didn't plan it, but we embraced it when it happened, and people absolutely love it. That was the first one, and I think the second one would be meeting Georgia. And that actually gets us to the lowest low in my life, because I met Georgia in my lowest point, at the lowest point of my life. And this is when I believe that things happen for a reason, to like everything lead you to your destiny and lead you to where you should be. You are in the right place, in the right time. People say, wrong place, wrong time, but you're actually in the right place, right time. Before the lockdown happened, I was preparing for a competition, for a physique competition, men's physique. And I was pretty much in the best physique I ever been. And I felt so good. I felt like I was fully booked, online coaching, PT and everything. I have a business, I have a family, like everything was pretty. And then lockdown happened and everything started to get shaky. Injuries start to flare up, anxiety started to kick in, stress level gone really, really high, because I thought at the time that how are we gonna get through lockdown? I assume this is what happened to a lot of people. But that gone to an extreme. I suffered just after the lockdown period with like a massive burnout that led me to kind of depression and, like I say, questioning life as in general. And that cost me pretty much my relationship at the time, pushed a lot of my friends away. I even stepped away from work and everything, dropped all my business, everything. And this is when I met Georgia. She has been a big part of the comeback for me. I met her actually at the gym. I decided one day I will go to the gym for a class, which is something I don't usually do, cardio. And we partnered together as couple workout. But because I have Togo and she is a lover for dogs, so she always used to talk to Togo even before we do the class. And then after the class, obviously I had Togo with me, and she added me on Instagram, and she said, it's weird that I have Togo's on Instagram but not the dad. And then everything else is history. We are together for 2+ years now. So that was the second highest point in my life, which tied to the lowest point in my life as well. I think Tom Hanks says, this too shall pass, right? And he say basically, if you are like, you get to the highest point, you feel good, you feel strong, you feel unstoppable, you know everything, and this too shall pass. Nothing stay as it is forever. Everything goes through waves in life, and I learned that the very hard way. I saw burnout as like, you work a little bit hard, you feel tired, you take a couple of days off, you come back to work fresh. But it actually can be a lot more extreme, and in some cases people actually lose their life during that process. I was talking to one of my clients about how I feel. He said, you seem like you suffer from burnout. And then he started giving me some stuff to look at. And I think this was a turn point, because we already back, like the gym was open, people wanted to do PT and coaching, and I wasn't interested. But I had at this point to disconnect. I needed to get out of where I am. And this is when I left everything and went back home. That was the first time in 8 years when I had the time to actually sit down and think about why I got to this point. I found out that what I spoke about at the beginning of like being different in Egypt and being different in England, that was exactly what happened, because I got stuck in the culture shock. I don't know if it's even culture shock, it's identity crisis, where you don't fit where you came from, and you're not fitting where you are because you're not from here, and you don't agree with a lot of stuff that is happening. So you don't agree with a lot of stuff back home, you don't agree with a lot of stuff in the place that you call home, which is here. I didn't know who I am anymore. And I didn't know all of that until I went back to Egypt and I got the time to actually think about it and reconnect with my morals and my perspective on life, my purpose in life, and then understanding and believing that it's okay to be different, and it doesn't matter where you are, you can create your own life out of this. So you can take the goods out of everything around you and use it, and the stuff that you don't agree with, just leave it out. And it sounds really simple, but when you are in the picture, when you are in the frame, you don't think that way. And this is like, ultimately, this is what happened later. Like, I came back from Egypt and everything has been like to the upside. Started with meeting Georgia, to obviously opening a second gym in Chichester, and back again to coaching fully. And now we actually rebranding. Like, first of all, coaching is a tough job. Actually a skill that you progress and improve over time. Most people are beginners. They suffer from a lot of anxiety, stress, eating disorders, lots of other problems in their life. And for a lot of people, coaching is just about giving a program or telling you what to eat. But like I say, you have to address all the problems that people going through, and you have to know exactly what message to deliver at what time, because you need to know when you're giving empathy, when you're giving sympathy, when you have to give the tough love, and when you have to pull a client aside and be like, what are you doing? You need to pick yourself up and actually push. And when you actually give them a shoulder to cry, one wrong thing and that person can be completely in the wrong side. I like to start with fundamentals. So we start with the basic, teaching them that it's not a quick fix. It's all about the process, the journey that you're going through, and teach them to embrace that process and the journey. And then the results will come later. The results is actually a bonus. So if we get the mindset right, if we get the clients to change the lifestyle, the way they're living, eventually the results will come. But they need to understand that this process takes time and is not a quick fix. Moving from that to how is that being from Egypt and coming to England and all the journey that I've been through, how is that affecting my coaching? As I mentioned at the beginning, like having the family meaning, the caring, the community, like how I grow up, it's all making a massive part on the way I'm coaching, because it's not about me, it's about the client. It's not about what I want to achieve with the client. It's about what the client wants to achieve. Some people just want to be able to play with their kids without feeling like out of breath. Some people will want to do a marathon. Some people will want to do a physique, like a competition. And you get clients that want all of that. So you need to learn that it's not about you as a coach and it's about the client. I believe that things happen for a reason. And at this point, I like to believe that I can be the reason on someone's life that they can turn their life 360 and become a better person. And I would like to believe that I am that reason. Something all my clients know about me is I like to talk to them a lot, whether it's during sessions, a check-in, or just as a review that we do like in a monthly basis or something like that. Because I believe that talking often reveals thoughts. And if you know what someone thinking about or how someone's thinking, will tell you how they're going to show up and how they're going to push. And at Heka Coaching, we don't just look at people's physique, we dive deep into their lifestyle, their habits, their mental health, because a lot of them come in with anxiety, stress, eating disorders and more. And my job as a coach is to guide them step by step through all of that to get them where they want to be eventually. If someone watched this and would take 3 things, would be everything happened for a reason. So never feel bad or sad for losing someone or something, because it's potentially gonna set you up for something better, whether that's money or person or anything. Nothing stays the same. So prepare for when the time comes. Everything goes through the ups and downs. And the third thing I would say would be, if you want to do something, put the time and effort into it, and you will achieve it. Every fail will set you up for success later. You will never go in a straight line. You will go through the ups and downs, and they all set you up for that success later and achieving your goals. Thank you so much for watching my story. I hope this will inspire you, give you a perspective and a better idea of that you can achieve anything in life, just how I achieved a little bit in my life. We finished. My legs. Shall we get Togo? Good boy. Yes. Come on, turn around. Turn around. Good boy. 10. Come on. No. Come in. 10. Good boy. Sit. It's a bit slidey. Good boy. Sit. Here we are. We got there at the end. Wake up. You just wake up. You just wake up. You're going to be with me in the video. We're going to look in this camera or this camera. Where do you want to look? Where do you want to look? Huh? That's a wrap. Peace.